Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. So loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlights, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay young forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel.
Good morning, beautiful people. How's it going? I see 7 people in the chat. That's awesome. Uh, yeah, so Thor, Haven Farm, Darren is here. I don't know what's wrong with my Edge browser. Like all the logos from well, on that screen, which is where I have my YouTube open, I can see all the logos no problem. On StreamYard, I don't see the logos. It's like nothing's loading up. So Darren is here. Jennifer was here. How's it going? You guys must be busy harvesting and preserving and all that kind of stuff as well. I took a week off work to try to catch up on some of that stuff. It was not enough. I still have like a bunch of cucumbers and a bunch of zucchinis to can. I'm gonna have to make pickled cucumbers, and they're gonna taste the same thing as my zucchinis because apparently the same recipe goes for zucchinis. I spoke about the recipe Friday, so if you want to know what it's like, I also have a video already out about Every Bit Counts challenge. It's hard. It's hard to preserve all the stuff you need to preserve because I'm at the moment. I'm at the point where I'm only harvesting zucchinis and cucumbers, and I mean I'll have like a few fruits here and there, not enough to make jelly or jam. My season was not that good. Plus, whatever we bring in, the kids go through it like almost right away. I have a video coming out. I want to try to do it today to have it pushed out for tomorrow, and I find that it goes well hand in hand with the Every Bit Counts challenge. And I want to do the name, the hashtag was given to me by Marilyn. So this will be the hashtag of what I need. And the reason for that is because when I was talking Friday evening on my live stream about how I'm more of a grab and go kind of person when it comes to food, whatever's the easiest. I mean, it's easier for me to grab a can of Pepsi than to go open the milk, get a glass, and pour it in, or get some water. Like it's a lot easier. But the same thing goes for food. You have that processed junk food that comes in the pack. You can just grab the pack, go downstairs and eat it. But if you want to eat something healthy or healthier, you have to cook, you have to prepare, you have to cut. So when it's 8 p.m. and now I'm coming down on my computer to watch some live streams or some videos or whatever it is, I don't have time to prepare something. So I want to make a challenge for people to just make healthy snacks that would be easy to grab and eat. And it would be good like 24 hours a day, basically. Not something that's just good as a dessert or just something that's good as a breakfast. I want something that's good anytime during the day. So it's going to be a challenge. You can just make a video if you have an idea, use the hashtag, and I will be looking for those videos soon. I will have a video out today explaining exactly what I need. But anyway, it's something if you want to participate. I will challenge a few people to do it just because I want people to start with something. I know Lynn from Bucket List Homestead is usually pretty good at that kind of stuff. Angie is also pretty good usually at cooking something like that. I see Tiffany just joining. Good morning, Tiffany. I'm sure she's pretty good at doing that kind of stuff as well. Went to Bathurst yesterday. Prices are crazy. Had to pay $2 for one cucumber, and it was the smallest cucumber I have seen in the store. $50 for 25 pounds box of tomatoes, but I doubt it's 25 pounds. the boxes aren't full. Yeah, everything is so expensive. That's why I try to grow my own food. I mean, the food you grow is better, healthier, but it's also cheaper. For $2, you can get a whole pack of seeds and grow 200 cucumbers. And you can sell them and actually pay for the seeds you used. If I decided to start selling some of my vegetables I have here, I mean, I don't want to do it because I grow food for my family. And if I have too much, well, then I can go and give some to friends and family. But I wouldn't want to sell it. I wouldn't want to make money on it. Although there'd be nothing wrong with doing it if I really had too much. Rainy day here. Been freezing chunks of cucumbers to thaw later for salad. So what do? You just grind it, kind of, and you just freeze it. I'm guessing it's probably not as good when you thaw it out. Just putting a video out later of a grocery haul and yard sale haul. Got a bunch of good stuff for free. Spent $6 and the ride was free. Awesome. When we do yard sales, especially from around your place, Jennifer, until you get to Bathurst, you usually get a lot of people that are actually trying to get rid of their stuff. You'll have a few odd ones every once in a while. They're just literally trying to make money. They buy something at a dollar store. You can still see the sign like $2 at dollar store, and they'll try to sell it for like $5. Or they bought something for like $20 and they're trying to sell it for like 15. But it's like 10 years old. It's not vintage. It's not worth it. It's like, I'm gonna go buy a new, like you see an old CD player. Okay, you're not gonna sell that for $30. People will have their phones now. They'll have their tiny little MP3 players, not something huge and big like a CD player, But there's always some odd ones that will have those crazy expensive things. But then you'll get a few ones where, an example, last year there was this huge bag, huge garbage bag, transparent one, that was full of flour and seed pods, the tiny little pots. It was all aligned perfectly with a few big ones. I would have paid $20 for that much. I asked her how much it was. She said, well, just make an offer. I said, okay, I'll give you $5. Oh, she's like, no, that's way too much. Just give me $2. Okay. I was willing to give you 20, but for $2, sure. So I gave her $2, and I ended up with a bunch of planters, either for small plants, small shrubs, or even seed starters trays. Been canning some beets so far, freezing all the berries to make jam in winter when cooler. Yeah, I didn't find a lot of berries. The only ones we have around right now in abundance are the raspberries. But even the raspberries, they're so full of worms that you would need to harvest them, put them in water, and even then it would not remove all the worms from them. And I know some people say you can put that in your jelly or jam, and it's just more proteins, right? But it's not fun. It's not appealing to me to eat worms. Tiffany needs more coffee. All right, Tiff. I love freezer meals and snacks. I do big batch food prep days and freeze it. Make it so much easier later and convenient. Even banana bread. Put 1 or 2 slices in a Ziploc bag and freeze. You can just grab it for a snack. True. That's something I need to do. And that's the thing. My mother-in-law usually gives us some banana bread. Thing is, my girlfriend will just we'll receive like 3 or 4 of them. She'll put them in the freezer. We'll eat one, and then the other ones just stay in the freezer because by the time you take it out, once it starts thawing out, you almost have to eat it all right away. So, but cutting them in slices and even vacuum sealing it in single slice, it'd probably be a lot better. Although you wouldn't need to vacuum seal them if you put them in the freezer, just like regular sandwich ziplocs would be fine. Hey, good morning, Scott. Pouring rain. We need some rain. Now, tomorrow will be the perfect day to rain. The light is way too strong. Just give me a second. There you go, a little bit better. I plan on going to the community garden today. So if I go, I don't need to go back until Tuesday. I try to go at least every second day. I also have a video to make today. I received a Proyama chainsaw. They send me a nice auger. They love the video. I did another one with the brush cutter, trimmer, and branch cutter and all that stuff. They liked the video and they wanted to send me a chainsaw. So they did. Although it was just a matter of getting my dad to fix it. Well, not fix it, but, set it up. I'm not the one with the most skill on a chainsaw. So my dad fixed it up, and we were trying to start it yesterday, only to realize before I was with Selj, and he literally pulled it apart, put it back up, and we just couldn't start it. I'm like, okay, there's something wrong. There's definitely something we're not doing right, because my dad started it right in front of me. It was working fine until we realized that the choke button was halfway pushed in. So it's either you pull it out to put the choke on, or you push it back in. But I don't know, while we were transporting it, whatever, the little button was halfway, the choke was halfway in. So for some reason it wouldn't start. As soon as I pushed it in, perfect, worked like a charm. He was able to cut those huge logs within seconds. So the chainsaw is really, really good. Selj took it. He allowed me to film him. And while I was there, he was, earlier in the day, he was harvesting the vegetables from his garden. And I figured I was going to help him out by doing something that I will also benefit, because he has a beautiful apple tree not too far from my barn, right behind my barn. And there's so much small trees, bushes, broken branches. I need to make a trail around the apple tree because it's overgrown around it. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Nothing to cut with a chainsaw, really. Just a brush cutter would have done the job. So I started working. I cut a few branches, made it to the apple tree. Now I still need to go around it and clean it, but at least I can make it there. The apples are usually not ready before end of September, unless you have those August apples. But we took some of those apples. They're still very small. They're just about this big, but they were already delicious. Very, very good apples. I was trying to lift a small chunk of wood to get it out of the way, and it was under small branch. So I just kind of took the branch to try to put it under that chunk of wood so I could lift the wood, get it out of the way. And as soon as I lift it up, the branch snapped back, boom, like it went just like right on my nose. It's still painful this morning. I don't think you can see it, but it hurts. I thought I broke my nose. And I'm pretty sure if it hit me in the eye, I would have lost my eye. Karen Godiosi, thank you so much for stopping by. Good morning. And I saw someone else, Empty Homestead and Dave Knight. Good morning, guys and girls. Everyone that just came in, good morning. Saying good morning to everyone. Can't wait to see the video. I got a Sunbeam Mixmaster, $5. It's the same one my grandma had when I was little. It's probably better made than the expensive mixers they have nowadays. Yeah, as much as that stuff was made with heavy metals, it's a lot tougher than what the stuff is today. I mean, the cars are lighter, but you can just give a little punch and it will make a huge dent. Those old cars are not like that. For the cucumber, cut into big chunks, freeze on a cookie sheet, and vacuum seal. If you use it in a mixed bean, couscous, or other similar salad, the texture won't matter too much. Awesome. Well, I made some ice cubes with mine, so I will be able to put that in my water when I go to work, because I bring a bottle of water every day to work. Like I have this big, 1 liter jug, and I'll just put like 1 ice cube in there every morning. Keep the water cooler, colder till I get to work, because I usually get to work, I open my coffee there. I like to get there like a good 30 minutes in advance, open my coffee, sit down, relax. Sometimes I'll have a chance to watch a YouTube video. Just get my paperwork ready, and when 8 o'clock hits, I can just start working. So I have my coffee. I'm usually done after, I take a good hour to drink my coffee, because the first few sips, a little bit too warm, and then at the end, it goes too fast, like you drink it too fast. So I try not to drink like every few seconds. Canning tomatoes. I need to be doing some more zucchini and cucumber canning. And I just found out yesterday while reading my canning book that the brine I use for my pickled zucchinis, there's always those leftovers at the end, like at the bottom of my big pot that doesn't necessarily fit in my mason jars. And I usually just throw it out, because I figure, I'm going to have to start over tomorrow. But apparently you can keep it in the fridge for a few days after. So now I'm not going to waste anymore. I even hate talking about that, because I hate wasting. A grocery haul may cause a heart attack when you see the cost. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. Pouring rain here too. Next couple of days will be raining. Okay, so we need some rain. And I already said good morning, MT Homestead. Mike and Terry. Yeah, I haven't been on your live streams for a while. If I remember correctly, you were the ones keeping all the names of all the people that's been on your live stream at some point. I'm guessing you must be growing and you don't have that capacity anymore. I need to catch up on some of your videos. I have a bunch of YouTube channels open. Okay, so I will. Nice. Oh, you're doing great thumbnails. A lot better than mine's. Cool. I'm going to have to catch up on some of your videos. The news here keeps saying the food costs are going down, but I don't see anything going down much. But maybe eggs prices by 50 cents. Yeah, I don't think anything is ever going to go down. Hello, everyone. one. Hard to tag you guys on my phone. Yeah, I have the same problem. Many things are double or almost double the price from 1 to 3 years ago. Definitely. Um, when I think about in 2020, when everything started, um, all you had to do at the gas station nearby was to show your employee card if you worked at the hospital, and it was giving you $20 of free gas to all the healthcare worker if you filled your car. So I would go there once a week with the car, with the van, fill it up, and the gas was like 80 cents a liter back then. So I'd be able to fill up my car for about $5 to $10. Now it's like $85, $90. We got lots of apples this year versus the 6 we got last year. Things keep getting better. You know what? 6 is precisely the amount of apples I'm getting this year. But all the little shrubs have been producing a lot more. I've had so many gooseberry from that one bush, one shrub, that I couldn't keep up. I still have some gooseberries on it right now. I need to go and harvest it. I've been saying that to my girlfriend for the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks at least, that we need to go and harvest them. They're like almost purple now, not red. They're like past their prime easily. I need to go harvest them and freeze them and use them in my smoothies later on. But besides that, I mean, we've had a few blueberries, but the blueberries this year has been too dry, so they're not big, and there's not as much as there used to be. Raspberries last year was full. This year there's like a few of them, but not as much as it was last year. So I'm guessing next year is going to be better. Blackberries, some of them are still surviving. I transplanted a bunch this year, and the ones that Angie got me last year at the conference are still alive, but they probably, like, the roots are alive, the plant died off, so it has to grow again. So this year it was like the first year growing back, and since raspberries and blackberries and those berries are biannuals, it will produce fruits the second year. And we don't have a lot of other things right now. I just want to calculate. Okay, let's see. I just want to see, because Mike is talking about the gas being 309. So your gas is still very, very, very cheap compared to us. That equals about to $1.12 a liter. I guarantee you we're paying a lot more than that. Let me right now we're paying $4.68 a gallon, and it was almost $5 a gallon a few months ago. It went down a little bit. Good morning, Marilyn. I see you here. Giant Tiger has their seeds packs 25 cents. Oh, so I need to go Tuesday. They usually mostly have herbs, but if you have herbs for 25 cents a pack, I found yesterday my niece had a birthday party at the beach. So while the kids were playing in the water and making sandcastles, I decided to go for a little walk. I ended up finding some sea plantain, which is delicious, by the way. I went foraging and found some wild chamomile. Not what's it called? Not the wild chamomile that we have in our driveway, but just chamomile that grows wild, grows freely. So I'm hoping to be able to put some of those seeds in my garden beds and hoping that some will grow, and then I should be able to have chamomile all the time, every year. Nothing today's made to last more than 10 years. Yeah, because if they do, they won't make any money. I have some Roma tomatoes in the freezer, pick them and freeze them until they're all done in the garden and make sauce and soup. Yep, that's what I do also. I'll make salsa, I'll make spaghetti sauce. I don't know if we're going to have enough this year. I have a lot growing in my greenhouse, but they just don't seem like they want to change color. They're still green, hard green. So I don't know. Mike is just a little fella. He's cheaper there. Easy, yeah, definitely easy. Easy to be cheaper in here. We love freezing our tomatoes too. So easy to remove the skin after. Yep. If you shop the sales and flyers, it can help. Honestly, last year we were able to harvest so much food. Keep in mind that, the kids love spaghetti. It's kind of a favorite meal here. So even by making 24 jars of spaghetti sauce, we eat 2 per meals. It was only good for 12 meals. We ended up eating spaghetti like every 5 days. So it lasted 2 months. I made some salsa, zucchini salsa. They don't like it here. So I'm still stuck with a few jars. I'm going to have to eat it. Honestly, I love it. So I'm just going to have to be the one to sacrifice myself to eat the delicious salsa. But with all the food that we harvested, carrots, beans, I don't remember what else we had. We had a bunch of zucchinis and squash frozen. We only had to buy potatoes. Potatoes is still quite cheap. I had a few fish in my freezer, a few striped bass, a few trout as well that I was able to catch from a fish pond. I had moose meat, venison, pork that I got for very cheap. Like I got a full pork for $400. We ended up buying 2 for 3 families. And after all the math was done, it was down to $1.75 a pound for organic pork, which is crazy good price. With all that being said, let's just say we didn't need to buy meat at the grocery store. Like every once in a while, we'd buy like frozen salmon, either smoked or just regular filet. But other than that, we just need to go and buy snacks for schools like granola bars and fruits, because obviously we don't have fruits all throughout the winter, not fresh fruits, I mean. So we don't really need to shop the sales and flyers simply because we had 4 full freezers. So we could spend a little bit more to treat ourselves in the grocery department. Now, this year is different. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any of that stuff. So we'll have to see. Pub is more in the States. It must be expensive because it is very expensive here. I have 2 hampers of frozen tomatoes to do this morning. Nice. So yeah, it's almost $5 a gallon here. Yeah, tomato heaven, definitely. I have 4 red tomatoes and a ton of greens. Yeah, apparently you can pick them up and put them in a dark place in a box, and they will ripen in your box. But it's still always better to get on the plant. Yeah, I think it's about $5 a gallon now, but no worries, Marilyn. I'm just happy you're here. Yeah, I love it. I'm 7 minutes late. 7 minutes is manageable. Yeah, $1.70 yesterday. It's $1.67 a liter this morning. 177. Yeah, for some reason in Quebec, it's more expensive. And if I just go across the bridge here on the native reserve, it's like another 5 cents cheaper. I mean, it's not worth it to drive to Campbellton, cross the bridge, which is probably a 25-minute drive to get there, just to put like $20 of gas. But I work in town, so it's only like 2 minutes to go across the bridge, and I fill up my car there, so I save a good $20 easily. Homesteaders Church. Times 4. Well, I use the calculator online. Preacher, no. I don't think I'm better than anyone, especially not God. They had peppers, pumpkins, kale, romaine lettuce, turnip, golden acre, cabbage, cauliflower, parsley, basil, and forget it there was anything else. Is there a farmer's market in Bathurst or on your way there? I know there's one in Dalhousie, and I know that right now there's a guy selling a lot of fresh fruits. I just don't know how much he charges. I should just give him a call and ask him what he has at home for carrots. I need carrots. The rest, I'm all good. Like he has zucchinis and cucumbers, a few beets, a few beans, things like that. But other than carrots, all my stuff is doing pretty well. I'm also struggling with beets. Well, mostly the roots vegetables, they're not doing so well. But that's simply because it's full of weeds and very, very hard to stay on top of it. Because let's face it, if you plant your seeds and you start seeing weeds, it's hard to remove the weeds right away, because if you do, you kind of remove your carrot seeds from the ground as well. So you have to wait until everything is grown a little bit. But then, it's almost too late for the carrots, because they need to have all the nutrients they can get. I love that wherever you go, you are for definitely foraging. I will have just a quick short video coming out in the next few days about that. I just love it. It's free food. People starve all around the world. There's kids starving, but it's full of food. And I mean, I get that not everyone knows what they're doing, but someone that can't work for some reason, or someone that doesn't have enough money to buy food, I mean, you just go spend an hour in any trail around any road that goes in the woods, you'll find raspberries, enough to easily make 3 or 4 jars of raspberry jam. Well, the good food should be cheaper. For some reason, it's not. And that's where I can't wrap my head around that. I can't wrap my head around that. I mean, you buy an apple, $2. You buy the apple all processed with a bunch of chemicals and stuff that costs a lot more money to put in, and suddenly the apple is only 50 cents. So, I don't know. It's crazy. You can buy a whole organic chicken will cost you around $20. But once that chicken has been processed, sliced, dehydrated to put into a sandwich pack, it's $5 for a tiny little pack. But it's still almost cheaper than the whole chicken. I don't get it. Junk food is always cheaper, and it takes more time and more ingredients to make. We have to harvest the one Highland cow next month, and that will get us to 4 years of not buying meat at the grocery store. We only have to do one pig this year instead of 2. That's awesome. I asked my buddy if he's going to have some more pork again this year, and he said yes. So I just need to find someone that can do the cutting for me. My girlfriend's cousin said he might be interested in buying half a pig with me, and he probably knows how to cut it now. It's just a matter of knowing if he's ready. He wants to have his little meat shop because, well, his son is a native, so he's allowed to go and hunt, and he would have a place to do his own meat. He also wants to do his own porks, his own chickens, not to sell, just for himself and the family, And by me being with Mano, it's his cousin. He told me that, he might be able to teach me a trick or two. He says that he can do a pork in a few hours, as long as you have the right equipment, I guess. We have the green tax. We have the green tax for a while in Quebec. Yeah, but still, $191 in Drummondville. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not going to stop people from traveling. People still need to travel. Like, if you go to Montreal, you have the subway, you have the taxi, you have a bus. Taxi doesn't really help, but you have the bus. Those huge transports. We don't have that here. We don't have that luxury here. If I want to go to work and I have to call a taxi, it's going to cost me $150 for a taxi to come pick me up, drive me to work. And then it's going to cost me another $150 for a taxi to bring me back home. So that's $1,500 a week. I can't afford that. And then they ask us to get rid of our cars to use like public transports. It's not doable. So, it's not going to happen. I also don't want to go travel because if I'm in town, I don't want to have to worry if I decide that I'm taking the afternoon off. I want to be able to leave without having to worry about who's behind. If I have to drive someone home, well, I have to stay there until 4. If I have an appointment, I need my vehicle. If my note sends me a message during the day saying, hey, we're out of milk, can you go get some milk and a few snacks? I'll send you some money. I am literally 2 minutes away from Walmart when I get out of work. So I don't want to co-travel with anyone because of those reasons. And that's just me. I'm not saying that it's not a good idea. I'm just saying that to go to work, which is basically the only place I go, I don't want to do it. But if I was traveling to Moncton or to Quebec and someone asked me for a drive, I would do it. It's different. Yeah, but I've never been there, and apparently it closed at noon or something. Okay. I need everything. $4 for $3 bag of carrots at the store. I think his carrots were $5. Let me see if I can find it. Biocla. Chardin Biocla. Let me just see if I can. Just give me a sec. Let me go back here. So this guy is a friend of mine. His dad used to own a potato company. Even if I put my face, it doesn't really shrink the picture. All right. So the carrots are beautiful. The beets are beautiful. The onions are beautiful. What else does he have there? Tomatoes. I can't zoom in, but he seems to have a few small tomatoes, cucumbers, green beans, and yellow beans. Cucumbers. I mean, my zucchinis are bigger than his. And besides that, the rest of what he's growing is huge. But I think it's not a matter of how big he can grow them. It's just a matter of how big he likes them. So you can't really share when it comes to this, right? Oh, so my credit card bill is due already. I literally just paid. I'm gonna have to put some more money on it this Tuesday, I guess. But I don't know how much carrots you get for $5. I don't see the bags. I would need to ask him, I guess, how much carrots you get for $5. Actually, I think I'm gonna call him and drop by Tuesday. If I could have some beautiful, fresh, homegrown, organic carrots, that'd be awesome. Maybe even get some beets. So that's pretty cool. Go check the chat here. Yeah, and I said it and I thought about it too, Scott. I was just going to say that all the stuff he grows better than my stuff, except for the zucchinis. But I left mine in the ground a lot longer. I found out I have to give a good bunch of my carrots to my chickens. Carrot flies, found them. Oh no, that sucks. Even in the fridge? Or you just put them, what do you do with them? Yeah, I don't usually go for cows or beef, simply because I usually get moose. I'll see sometimes there's always like a good person around that ends up having too much moose meat, and it can just legally transfer the meat to me, and all I have to do is pay the butcher. It is always more expensive to buy healthy food, especially if it has the word organic on the package. And organic is not necessarily always organic, as we all know. I need to find someone who will have fresh beef and chicken. I hate supporting stores and the quality is awful. I'm trying to think if I know anyone that would do chickens or beef. I know there's McCurdy Farm in Dalhousie Junction. I think he has a Facebook page, McCurdy Farm. You can check him out. There's also Levac Farm in McKendrick or St. Arthur. I don't know if they sell the meat. They might, but maybe they don't. They would know, though, if there's anyone around. And I know there's usually someone that goes in Moncton with fresh meat, but it's usually pretty expensive. Put the word organic on something, and it's at least $1 more. Yep. Right? But if you buy from someone you know, I mean, I was buying 12 duck eggs for $5. And I can do my own eggs and sell them for like $3 or $4 and not go bankrupt. I need to go harvest my eggs. Actually, that's something I need to do, and I need to do it quick. We sell eggs for $3 a dozen. In the store, they are $5 a dozen for organic eggs. We have a waiting list of customers due to the price, so our chickens are paying for themselves. Exactly. When we had chickens, we had more eggs than we could use. We'd give them away. Yeah. And I guarantee you, Tiffany, if you sold them for $3 a dozen, $4 a dozen, people would go crazy for them. And all you need to do is tell the people you know. And it's legal in New Brunswick as long as you don't get out of your property. People can come on your property to buy the eggs. At least that way, it helps to pay for the feed. Can't wait for my ladies to begin to lay. We'll begin probably in December, but more next spring, I suppose. Yeah, usually in the winter, they slow down. $14 for 4 liters of organic milk. So that's $7 for 2 liters, which is crazy. But at the same time, that's what we pay for milk with no lactose. Lactose-free milk is about the same price. For 2 liters, $7. I care more about food being natural and no chemicals in the soil than the size of it. Oh, definitely. But if you can have a huge zucchini and make 3 meals out of it, it's a lot better than having a tiny one and you can only make 1 meal. Oh, that sucks. So they're still in the garden and you have, oh no, you have to get rid of them. That sucks. We buy $25 bags of deer carrots in the fall for $8 and then can freeze. Yeah, and most of the time, the only difference with those carrots is they're just not straight and perfect. They're usually imperfect carrots. Annie from Back to Basics Homestead does that a lot. She buys like imperfect apples and imperfect carrots and things like that. It's still good. And it's not supposed to be perfect. Well, carrots can grow perfectly in the ground if the soil is loose and good fertilizer and stuff like that. But even if it's split in two, it goes and curly carrot, it's still good. It's going to taste the same thing. And we cut them in small pieces before we cook them most of the time. Oh yeah, no worries. I know, it's all good and laughs. My friend switched to turkey manure in his garden. He gets it by the truckload from a turkey farm, and he said his garden is exploding in growth of everything, so we might go back to raising turkeys. Nice. I have some turkey manure and chicken manure in my barn. Sells usually ends up cleaning it because he goes before me. And he takes a pile of compost and puts it around his garden in the fall. And if he wants to clean the barn, you can definitely keep all the fertilizer and manure he wants. And you should see the size of his pumpkins. The pumpkins are huge. He's got like 3 plants, but at least 15 pumpkins that are like this big. It's crazy. Even his corn. He's got corn growing in there. And the corn is huge as well. That's awesome. We use our cow manure on everything, but you use more of our chicken manure for those greedy nitrogen veggies. Yeah, I would also, from what I've seen from experience this year, I will start putting my chicken manure around my fruit trees. Especially around my grapes, my grapevines. You should see the grapes my friends have. They took a tree that was literally dead. Obviously, it was not, but it looked dead. They threw it out in the back of their property where they put all their chicken manure and ended up putting a bunch of chicken manure on top of it. And it just exploded. It's huge. In a year, it grew by 20 feet. It's crawling up the trees next to it. I suggested that they might want to take down some of the trees around them to make it easier and make a trellis. If they were to make a trellis, the grapes could fall on a trellis. That would work well as well. That would be awesome. I'm trying to think. Pumpkins do well in chicken manure. I have some compost bins, but the problem is the grass, the weeds in there is crazy. And you can only imagine it has more nutrients, so it's getting bigger. I need to go in there with my weed eater, just cut it up, and put like those big silage tarp on top. It will help decompose a lot faster, and it will keep the weeds out. And I guarantee you that I will do the silage tarp again next year. Although I think I might want to have more rocks instead of soil. What I did was I buried the tarp, so there's like a tiny bit, maybe this much soil where the tarps go in the ground, just to keep them there. But I use that as a walking path between my aisles in my garden. The weed is growing there as well. And yeah, it's getting harder and harder to just walk, especially with my Crocs full of holes. You have those, what's it called? Those herbs with spikes in them, little thorns, thistles. You walk on that, it's not fun. So before I forget, and since there's still a few people in here before people leave, Scott and I are working on something where we want to do a fundraiser. And I spoke to the mother. She's okay with me doing something like that. She will send me all the information. She said today. She's traveling tomorrow, so by the end of the day, I will reach out to her, ask her if we can get a picture of her daughter. 4-year-old kid suffers from brain cancer. So we are doing a fundraiser. I will do a live-a-thon, 24-hour live stream. I might just be here with my guitar, just strumming, playing anything really, just for the first few hours. And if someone comes in, fine. If someone doesn't come in, fine. If people start, I just want to find something to do for 24 hours. Scott will join me. I already invited a few people. I will talk a little bit more to my friends to see if some of them wants to get involved, help out, even if they just come up and tell a few jokes, I also invited a few people from my surroundings. What's up with that? Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I might be doing that, Jennifer. Just go for a drive. But I mean, I'm not going to do that in the morning and just take off. I might do that when I have some people helping, because of all the spammers and there's always bad people out there. Yeah. So if I do it, I want to have someone in the live stream with me being able to take care of some of the things. So I might put Scott as a co-host for that event. I don't know if there's something you can do from StreamYard, like give Scott would know. Can I put you as admin for my StreamYard, even if it's just for that one live stream? I'll be looking for donations to auction off. Awesome. That would be awesome. Okay, right on. I also have a few local people that will either stop by or I'll send them a link and we'll make a little schedule where they want to sing a song. Uh, when it comes to something like this, especially when it's kids, people tend to be generous, whether it's with money or with time. Um, so, my daughter will be singing a song. She doesn't usually come on my live streams, but for a situation like that, I also spoke to one of her friends yesterday, another good singer. She'll be singing a song. My cousin also said he would do it. Just stop by. I'll have everything set up in my living room. So during the day there might be the kids walking by. You might hear some sound in the background. No biggie. I mean, I want to have something good. So yeah, like Marilyn said, if I do that, it might cut off. I might get some spammers. I don't know why my laptop keeps crashing. Okay, I will reboot. Yeah, we need to have a little chat on that to see exactly what you want to do. I don't know if you want to wait until I get the picture and all the information I need, or if we can just have a little chat later today. Not necessarily, Marilyn. Most of the people around here are bilingual, so they can speak English, they can sing English songs. The little girl is English. Well, most people speak French around here. So, and I don't feel like doing 24-hour in English and then a 24-hour in French. Although, what I might do is put something on Facebook to try to reach as much people as possible and tell them what and when I'll be doing it. And I want to tell the people that, hey, it's okay if you can't do, if you can't give anything, as long as you can watch. And I will be putting ads during the live stream. Not too much, but I want to have some because that will be the way that I also, well, I don't think I need to do that. I will just do the regular thing. Just put ads at the beginning, and then people will have ads on their rewatch if they want to. Why isn't it opening? Restoring. There you go. Yeah, I think it might just be too much. One French and one English, but the family of the little girl, they're English people, and around here, the surroundings, everybody speaks English. I get that we might lose a few people that would come if it was done in French, but I don't think the YouTube world is really French, at least not yet. And whoever sings, I mean, it's a song. It doesn't matter if it's done in French or English. People will be here and will listen and watch. Yeah. So that will be on August 31st. August 31st, I will start around 5 a.m. my time, 5 a.m. Atlantic time, and go until 5 a.m. the next morning. I will definitely be needing some people to help. Scott proposed to take a few hours. Tracy from Tihan 141 um, will also be doing a few things. Thank you, Marilyn. Yeah, if you can just be a moderator, and even like if you want to take some breaks while Tracy's there, like you guys can do 1 hour, or 30 minutes each, or whatever. Um, it's up to you. You do as long as you want, as long as you can, and whatever you do is all appreciated. You can even, um, if I do get super chats, people decide to do it that way. Um, take all the names and the amounts or stuff like that. Everything is appreciated. I will also try to have a schedule if I get some people singing, where I will tell Alexa, well, 1 p.m. is your time, 2 p.m. will be me, 3 p.m. will be your friend, 4 p.m. might be someone else. Just so that we can have a vague idea. Okay, 3 o'clock we should have that person stopping in my office, in my house. 4 o'clock it might be someone joining from live stream, from StreamYard. So you have to stay organized a little bit that way. Check with Vineyard Chicks. They may come on a few times and sing. Yep. I already asked Scott to take care of that side. Scott knows them a lot more than I do. And yeah, if they can do one song, that would be perfect. If they can do more than one song, even better. If they want to do a song in the morning, one in the afternoon, I have to prepare to get a formation for waving baskets. Oh, awesome. Have fun, Marilyn. A few hours. C'est correct. On a beaucoup qui parlent français. Moi, je suis originaire du nord du Nouveau-Brunswick. Je suis parfaitement bilingue. Je suis plus français qu'anglais. Marilyn vient du Québec aussi. I'll just say what I just said in English quickly. For Martin, le 31 août, je fais un live-a-thon, 24 heures où je vais être live, pour une petite fille de 4 ans de la région d'Eel River Crossing, le village voisin. Petite fille de 4 ans qui est atteinte du cancer du cerveau. Donc, on va faire un 24 heures, ramasser des dons. On va faire des giveaways, là, des petits cadeaux ici et là. Moi, je vais certainement donner, même si c'est juste des stickers, des choses comme ça pour essayer d'aider la famille. Parce que tu sais, Martin, que même si que la chimiothérapie, c'est payé, le voyage, transport, les hôtels, le manger, ça vient cher. Donc, je veux aider de cette façon-là. I don't have a lot of money to personally just go and say, hey, there, $1,000. I'm barely surviving myself with my salary and the cost of living right now. But what I have is a bunch of people following me on YouTube. A bunch of friends, a community, and I know that together we can really help them. And I know Scott is very good at that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can tell me to reply in French if you need. Okay, Minto, New Brunswick, awesome. Huawei, I know, Marilyn, I know you're from Edmundston, but still you live on the Quebec side, so if you told them you moved to Nova Scotia, you'll probably be speaking a lot more English than French. So yeah, I'll have a few artists either stopping by or joining through StreamYard. I will have the paid version. I will get that ready this week. I just want to pay StreamYard for a month, just because I want to have more flexibility on the stuff I do. I will also be needing a lot more hours, because I think StreamYards only allows you to have, like, is it 24 hours or 30 hours a month or something like that. And I currently do 2 live streams a month. So unless I go like over 3 hours a live stream, I usually don't get any issue. But if I do a 24-hour live stream, then StreamYard might give me some trouble. So therefore, one of the reasons why I want to have the paid version for a month, I also want to have the opportunity to bring a lot of people joining in. I know people like Jesse and Lisa might join. Tracy will join. I mean, if Scott is there, he also has a lot of people he can bring in to help, even if it's just to manage the giveaways that we might have. I will talk with a few of the people in my group chats and see if any of them has anything to offer in terms of prices for giveaways, or something like that. It's one thing to have a giveaway where people can, like Scott said, if you have around here, like if I was done locally, I could have like a huge basket of stuff given to me by friends and do like a draw on that basket to raise some more money. But on a live stream, it might be doable. Maybe Scott would know how to do it, but I don't know how to do it. So I feel like if I can have more people joining, more people interacting, sharing, and all I have to do is do a few stickers giveaway, a few other tiny little things to give away, get more people joining. I don't want to promote it as a giveaway, but it'd be nice, if okay, so it's easy for you. Right on. We'll see how that can get done. But I will definitely be doing a few giveaways, like even if it's just stickers. I have stickers. They're cheap. It's something that if someone's watching, I can be, hey, like, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. We'll send you stickers. Easy for you. Good. Good to know. Je vais avoir 41 au mois d'octobre. So un peu plus jeune. Ça paraît pas parce que je perds mes cheveux. I'm losing my hair. I'll be turning 41 in October. So yeah, I will probably have my guitar in my hands for most of the day. Even if I don't really sing per se, I might have a few guitar chords and just play, even if people laugh at me. Hey, if you laugh, laughing is fun. So if you're laughing at me, you're having fun. And I don't mind. So at least for the morning session until Scott joins, eventually he'll take over for a few hours just so I can go and rest my eyes. Because let's face it, like I just said, I'm 41. I can't do 24 hours without sleeping. Not anymore. If I do that, Sunday I'll be sleeping all day and I'll be sick all day and take me a week to catch up. So I will try to figure out something. Did I say 10? All right. Well, I've been on for more than an hour. I have a few videos to do today. I have to let one out Wednesday about the Chansa, Proyama Chansa. But I also have a few... I have to do a few videos as well about a few challenge advertising for that live stream and things like that. I also have to go harvest some more vegetables and start getting ready for canning. Um, I'm trying to see, Scott. Um, I don't remember saying 10, but it's okay. Oh, so I'll start harvesting some peppers, tomatoes. That's awesome. Amy could probably take over for 4-6 hours. Who's Amy? I don't know who's Amy, but she'll be she'll have to deal with Scott while I'm gone. I know Tracy from TN141 said he'd be willing to help as well. Oh well, if people want to come and if we know them, if they're legit and not spammers, we just have to be careful because with what happened with Tracy a while back, where someone looked legit in the weight room down there in StreamYard, and as soon as he pulled him up, let's just say that it was something very, very not appropriate for YouTube or anything really. Okay, yeah, I know Scott will be able to do 4, 5, 6 hours as well. But like I said, I can have my guitar. I can have, even if it's just myself strumming for a little while, playing some music, relaxing, doing something, having fun. I just want people to watch, and Scott can do 24 if needed. You don't need to do 24. Like I said, I will start around 5 o'clock my time. I can do the first 2-3 hours all by myself, and then if people joining can be chatting in the chat, it'll be easy. So, and you can take a few breaks as well. I mean, you're not going to be able to sit for 24 hours. You'll need a few breaks. You'll need to eat. You'll need to sleep. You'll need to go to the bathroom. You'll need to rest your legs a little bit, like just walk around. But yeah, if we can have a few people helping, I trust Marilyn with my life as well. She can join, even if it's just in the chat, to keep things going for a little while. Moderator, we'll have Jesse and Lisa moderating as well, I'm sure. And you know what? If I bring people on StreamYard, I want to have the paid version so they can share on their own live stream as well. So whoever helps me, like Scott, like Tracy, they will get. I know, Scott, you don't need the watch time, but some people do. So whoever joins for an hour to have a little chat about what's going on, like you said, we'll talk, Scott, but they're free to share on their live stream. And not only is it at least giving them something for helping me, but it's also reaching out to a lot more people. And I've seen it done with my own eyes, where when people are in need of help, people tend to help. So we'll have to talk about goal, what we'd like to do. I have numbers in mind. I don't want to say anything until I talk to Scott, because you would know a lot more than me what's doable. We can have a little, what's it called? Percentage bar, kind of, somewhere where, we can show it up. And if if we reach the goal, then we can celebrate. But I don't know exactly how much money they need. I know they have to go to Toronto. They're leaving tomorrow. They're spending 3 months there. So that's the thing. Like, even if it's free healthcare, the parents are not going to be working. I know I wouldn't be able to work if it was one of my kids. So 3 months without working, bills still come in. You need to travel. You need to sleep. You need to eat. You need to, things like that. So, okay, well, that makes sense. If we can do that, Scott, the numbers you're giving me, I had about 20% in mind of the first number you have there. So if we can reach that, I'll be very, very happy. We can help them. So, all right, August 31st, I will be sharing some information soon, thumbnail, and the live stream will be set up. I have to do it in 2 parts because YouTube, I think, only allows us to do 12 hours at a time. So I will do 24 hours twice. I will have everything set up, 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Part 1, part 2. The name of the little girl, I think it's Olivia. Olivia de Groot. Cute little girl, only 4 years old. Yeah. I get what you mean, but at the same time, we can't force people to give. But I know that people have big hearts and people will give. And like I said, even if, you have to wait 10 minutes. So I can do like from 5 to 5 p.m. and then 5:10. Is that it? That's what you need to do. Okay. So if I have to do 10 minutes apart, I can stop around 4:55 and start again. And I will simply redirect people from one live stream to the other. So that will transfer smoothly. Okay, so 5 to 4:55, and then from 5:05 to 5 in the morning. Makes sense. Okay, so that's what we'll do. I'll wait until I get the information from the mother to give a little story description behind what's happening. And I'll try to get a picture of the little girl just so that people know who they're supporting and helping. And we'll get that ready. So when you see that information coming out, it would be very appreciated if people in the chat could share and talk about it a little bit. And sometimes we don't have money, but we can help in other ways. So like I said, people watching, she's on mom's Facebook. Okay, so your wife knows her. Sometimes if you just watch and go through, like, even if it's just 1 or 2 ads during the whole live stream, that could be helping, because I will look at the numbers after the live stream is done, and I will write down the amount of money I made. Her mom, okay. Like, you mean the little girl's mom? Yeah, I will look at the numbers of ads, the amount of money I made from the ads, and I will also add that to the mix. It might not be much. I mean, I might make $1 or $2, but whatever I make in terms of advertising on YouTube, I can match it and like give it twice. If it's $3-4, I can give $10. I will definitely be giving something as well. So there's no reason not to when it's someone that needs help. And it's not someone that needs help to buy a car, or it's someone that needs help to stay alive. So I felt like I had to do something. So that would be what I do. This will be my part. All right, enough rambling. I will let you guys go. I have a lot of stuff to do. So good morning. Have a good day. And good start of the week, even though I'm going back to work tomorrow morning and I don't want to. I guess there are worse things in life. So enjoy every little thing you can. And I will talk to you again maybe next Friday. And if I don't play softball, I'll be on from my regular 7 to 8 Eastern time, and then join Scott. So I should be good, Scott, either the 23rd or the 30th. Usually we don't play twice in a row, but they were talking about the playoffs, just doing like a best of 3. So if it happens, it might be 2 games in two different Fridays and then be done. So it might just happen to be the wrong time. But for something like this, if I can't make it on a Friday and we know we're going to play, I can probably try to take a day off on a Thursday, and I don't know, I'm just saying that there on your procrastination Thursday, and maybe join you there for an hour, or talk about what's going on and what we want to do. And but if you want to have a chat, I have to go do a few things. I'm still not dressed. I'm still in my pajama, but we can have a chat this afternoon. I want to know your plan, because you know how to plan something like that a lot better than me. The only thing I had in mind in terms of plan was to have a few artists come and sing, just to entertain people that are there watching on the live stream. And I would have them set up in specific times and on a specific schedule. So good morning, coffee walks and whatever, OJ and Deb. I was actually just saying that I'm leaving. But stay tuned. On August 31st, we will have a live-a-thon to raise money for a little girl from my area that has to go through chemotherapy because of brain cancer. 4-year-old girl. So we will have information coming about that soon. Until then, thanks for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget the thumbs up. And I will see you next time. And Scott will have a little talk later. Take care, everyone. Bye.